Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I'm shooting this in mid-November, but these messages are timeless. So if the title caught your eye, there's definitely a message in here for you. But if you are reading or watching this when I put it out, the messages are good for, I would say, more than a month and kind of through, the Christmas season, although I'll be doing more readings in December as well. So let's get started. I will clear the energy. All right. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now. We welcome you to this space to give divine messages, divinely guided messages for Capricorn for the upcoming season. We call on you to protect this space from any negative energies, and we welcome you and we thank you for being here. It's a beautiful rainy day today. I'm just loving this fall weather. We don't get enough of it here in Southern California, so I'm really enjoying it. Let's see here. I'm going to just start with a couple of oracle cards, actually. And this is the Wild Unknown Oracle, so let's see. I find this deck to be very inspirational. What's going on for Capricorn? Mid-November. Oh, the Orphan. This one has been popping out a lot. And this talks about, having felt isolated in the past. That with every end there comes a new beginning. Having felt like your inner child wasn't seen or didn't belong, or, abandonment wounds at this time, people falling away from your life, and maybe it wasn't, didn't feel like it was for your highest good at the time, but, this is a time of great healing. This is an opportunity that you've had to heal your inner child and to break these cycles and this endless loop of it's like you've healed so much, you've broken a loop, and that now you can continue on to your next part of the journey. And we'll see how this comes into the reading, how it plays in, how these themes tie in. Any more messages for Capricorn? What do we got going up for Capricorn? The animal. Right, so this is like a time where you're being called to instinctually do things here, to trust your animal nature, your instincts. Like you have a driving force that you don't know exactly why that drives you, but it's an itch that you can't scratch. And this talks about using all of your senses, not just to really process your emotions with all of your senses. Let those senses be signals to you of when to keep you safe. Actually, I have to turn off this heater. Ugh, it's too hot. And trust that your instincts will guide you, right? This animalistic nature is coming in. There's like a need, a hunger that you have. Where's my glasses? The seed. So this is like the very beginning of something new, because you also have the empty room, and with the seed, you're planting. This is it's something new in your life that you're starting small, and so you're just planting the idea right now. And now that you've gone through this healing journey and leaving the orphan behind you, you're starting over, and so you have this empty space to fill. And so with this seed, you're going to fill up this empty room. It's not going to be empty anymore. You're just going to be filled with things that you've worked towards, like love, emotions. This could be interest. It could be like, working on yourself to like fill the void. And you got the king. Like, this is going to bring you to like an emotional balance and a joyous, happy time. I dropped my glasses. Looks like a wax seal in his hand. And a pearl. This deck has a lot of pearls. The seed has the pearl too. And so the pearl, the seed that they plant here is a pearl. The pearl, the idea behind the pearl is that, the sand gets into the shell of the oyster, and it's like in the cavity, and it's like disturbing the soft tissue of the oyster. So it like squirts out as a defense mechanism, this luster, and the luster forms around the sand to form this pearl. And so it's saying like, through the grit of life, the things that you've been through, the hardships, it's like making you a lustrous person. Like it's giving you depth, and allure, and like a shine, that is now noticeable and recognizable. And so you have it here in the fingertips of the king. Here. And then there's this wax seal that is like something, like official. Like you're officially will be moving on from this empty feeling. Let's see how this ties in. Pull some tarot for you. Okay, Capricorn. What do we have going for Capricorn? Mid-November. Ooh, the Tower. You have the Tower this month, and you're not the only person that's had it. It's come up in the daily readings as well. That's. I feel like during this time, everybody's been kind of like, I keep using this too, like surviving, not thriving, and like sometimes there's like a breaking point in that where it's just not comfortable anymore, and sometimes there's something comes into the situation and it causes it to like collapse or like fold from within. Like let's say you've been juggling your bills for a while, and then your car breaks down, and all of a sudden you're in the Tower because it's like it's a chain reaction to these other things that you can now no longer pay. Now this could be like a different type of situation. We'll read on. Just have to be financial. I was just using that as an example. Tower, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So this tells me that this has to do with a love situation, a romantic situation. The Queen of Cups, these cards are genderless, so like, this is your significant other, your partner. And there's a Tower moment that's leading to a broken heart. Let's pull some clarifying cards on this. I actually want to use these. Okay, so what is the Tower here for Capricorn? What's going on with Capricorn, mid-November? Oh, double Tower. Okay, this is really big, Capricorn. Like something big is happening, and it's telling you to use your senses to kind of see what's going on. You might already know like what this Tower is, but Towers usually come in as like a surprise and a shock, so I'm not sure that this could actually have to do with the orphan. Like this could be an abandonment wound resurfacing because of this heartbreak. What's this Queen of Cups here? Ooh. What is the Queen of Cups here? Tell me, who is this Queen of Cups to Capricorn? This is somebody, either you or them, that has built up their defenses. If you're the Queen of Cups, if they are the Queen of Cups, you know, this person has built up their defenses, their walls over a period of time, to protect themselves, and has had trouble juggling the purse, juggling the coin, so having to make sacrifices there. It's reversed, but the scales of justice always come into balance, right? So maybe like this person is overspending. It doesn't have to be money. It could be materially, like health. You know, the pentacles have to do with health, wealth, material items. It could just be like whatever it is, there's not enough resources here for this to continue, and so the scales are going to come into balance, and it's causing a lot of friction, bitterness, arguments, and you know, people have lost their temper with the strength upside down, lost their patience, losing patience. This Queen of Cups is losing patience. Queen of Pentacles reversed. The situation is not working. Like it's not sustainable, and so it causes like a lot the other shoe to drop, and then there's either messages or an action movement. Something is changing because of this Tower. And it's going to be something big. I'm not trying to alarm you, but it's like, you know, this is something heavy. This is something serious here. I feel like a lot of times, too, during the holidays, some of these things come out. Things that we've been trying to sweep under the rug or get by, or maybe not say, appease other people, like people please. But something happens where, you know, this Tower comes out, a double Tower. And it could be because of your instincts as well. And so let's see what happens. So this is heartbreak, right? It can also stand for grief, loss, sadness. But because of this Tower card, this sudden unexpected upheaval and loss of balance and structure, foundation, something happens, and you're in grief over this situation. Knight of Cups reversed. It could be somebody that changed their mind, like a fickle person. This person is in love with love, but they also fall in love a lot. It could even be for some of you that like your partner is emotionally cheating on you. It's quite possible. It could just be a lack of love or lack of emotion in the situation. Maybe that's what it is. Could be a lack of understanding. So Capricorn, this is your card. And it also stands for self-imposed restrictions. If you look at this card, they could easily take these chains off around their neck. They're loose. But these people are here by choice, right? And it could be anything from like negative self-talk to I'm getting shopping addiction because of this purse. This the upside down Four of Pentacles. See how she's holding her purse? Like, this somebody that's irresponsible with money when it's upside down. Or haven't learned quick enough. Or it could have just, it might not even be like a choice. It could have just be, you know, because of this Tower situation, the financial situation has also crumbled, right? It could be something as simple as that. Your partner loses their job. You both do. Or, so, you know what I mean? Or like somebody, you know. There's a great loss. So it says to be careful who you trust. This is a sneaky card. Somebody's trying to like get one over on you. You know, it's definitely for some of you like reading, you know, affair, and for other of you it's just sort of like a lack of love, or it could also be because of all of these trials and hardships and just like having a hard life, having difficulties in life all the time. It's just making it hard to not like argue. And obviously, if you really love this person, you're going to try and work through these things. We'll get to that. Also, there's a new passion here. And you got Four of Pentacles reversed again. This is like, there's no flow in this situation. It's just a stuck energy when it's like this. There's no flow in this situation. Maybe this is something that's been happening for a while with you feeling orphaned and like left out. Maybe, you know, they don't even have to be cheating. They can just be like ignoring you, you know. But there's a stuck energy here. And so what's required of you as Hangman is to like sit in stillness again with this animal, these senses. Sit in stillness and really like get the new perspective to bring yourself back into flow. If this is a loss of a job, you know, having a new perspective about what you can do, what you're willing to do for work, finances, will benefit you greatly. It could also be that, like, you know, you drink too much wine or smoke too much weed, and it's causing you to not have enough money, and, you know, sneak around. You're going to need this new perspective, because this, whatever this situation is, it is coming to an end. It's transmuting. You know, if this doesn't resonate, you know, if it, like, for somebody, this is their message, you know, if there's a few different stories going on here, and, yeah, these readings aren't always easy, like a Tower moment, but you know, something has got to give. Something has got to give. Why is Tower here? Making plans for the future. You're going to have to communicate maturely about the situation, about these plans you're making for the future, and like, these messages are coming in fast. They have to come in fast in order to close out this chapter, so that you can start to plant the seeds in this empty room, which is like where you're going to be starting out after this Tower. And it's going to lead you to ultimate happiness. A lot of times we can't see the good in the Tower when it happens. But looking back on it is when you can like truly see those silver linings and what these lessons were meant to teach you. And these lessons ultimately are there to like make you a better, stronger person, more well-rounded. You know, it's like the universe is always testing us, and you know, it doesn't have to be karmic retribution. It could just be like surrendering to expansion, because like this situation here for you, it wasn't good. You know, this Queen of Cups, like, And maybe like this is what this person was like when you met them, or maybe you idealized them into being this Queen of Hearts. Um, maybe this is an idealization, or maybe this is just how it was in the past, but like this person has their guard up, they're protecting themselves. There's no flow in this situation. It's not a give and take situation. It's a stuck energy. And the scales of balance. Like I just don't see there's not a world where these people are coming back together. Like this Queen of Cups needs to become upright and also be not just loving, but having what she needs, or what they need in order to survive materially, like just to survive. Times are tough out there, people. All right, so you're gonna need to sit with this and get that new perspective. This is quite an intense reading. I want to go ahead and pull some of these healing. I'll pull a couple of these. Okay. Struggle. Yeah, there's some struggle. And it shows a fish going uphill. Probably, going backwards against the river. And you really want to be going with the river. There's struggle, but you're going to be releasing this struggle, either for this person or for yourself, or both. I also want to pull a couple of these cards. I made this little deck myself. I made one of these a few years ago, but it got damaged when I was moving some water. So I just made this a couple weeks ago. I did it while I was meditating. What do we have for Cappy? Green with envy. Somebody is green with envy. Somebody is green with envy. Metamorphosis. You're going through a metamorphosis at this time. And they are thinking of you. Let's see who's thinking of you. And who's green with envy? We can already tell you're going in, having a metamorphosis by ending the struggle, planting the seeds of wisdom to receive your pearls. And I'm going to put this with the king, because this is what happens when you go through the metamorphosis. Is you shine with joy. And, you become this healed version of yourself. Okay, so who's green with envy? Who is green with envy in Capricorn's world? The Fool. Somebody is green with envy that you get to start this new adventure. And there is also somebody, or it could be somebody who's just at the beginning of their journey, is jealous that you have more because you've been on this journey for a long time. So somebody young and adventurous is envious of what you have. And who's thinking of you? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is a slow-moving energy. This is somebody that takes their time coming towards you. They research. They feel it out. They're very reliable. and practical. This person is thinking of you. So that's exciting. Now, this Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody like new or somebody old. It's not this person in the reading, but this is what you have to look forward to after you get through the next few weeks. And yeah, I'll do one more. I'll do a sacred, any words of advice to send Capricorn on their way for this month. Prosperity, be spirit, success. Yeah, you know, you're gonna take all of these what you're learning here, these trials and tribulations, and you're gonna take that energy and you're gonna spend it on your new success and prosperity. You're gonna spend it on finances, work. You're gonna concentrate on that to get yourself out of this headspace. And you've got purification. So that's it. It's going like, you know, I want to say purification by fire, like by getting through this, you're starting from a fresh new place, perspective, and you have like a pure heart and spirit about you. So it's like you're kind of starting over. I'm getting that I'm getting that you are also starting this new adventure, even though that landed on green with envy. Yeah. So, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll be doing December readings coming up in the next week, so you can look forward to that. If you made it this far, please like this reading and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting and growing myself. So we'd love to have you here. I'd love to have you here in this space with me. Thank you so much, and see you next time.